I'll never forget the day I witnessed something that changed the way I see people and their worth. It was a rainy Tuesday afternoon, and the diner where I worked was unusually quiet, the kind of day where time dragged and tips were scarce. That's when they walked in. A family of 4. A woman, a man, and their 2 young kids. They were soaked to the bone, their clothes showing signs of wear. The mother, a kind-looking woman with tired eyes, held her little girl's hand. The father clutched a tattered bag, keeping his son close. I noticed them right away, mostly because of how hesitant they seemed. The mother scanned the room like she wasn't sure they belonged. The father whispered something to her, and she nodded. Finally, they took a seat near the corner window, quiet and unsure. Now, I wasn't assigned to that section. It was Todd's. Todd was, well, Todd. The kind of guy who wore his uniform a size too tight, flashed fake smiles at big tippers, and sighed loudly when he got stuck with a bad table. I saw him glance at the family and roll his eyes. Seriously, he muttered under his breath as he grabbed a menu. Why do they even come to places like this? I bit my tongue. Todd had been there longer than me, and I'd learned to keep my head down. But something about his tone grated on me. He walked over to their table, not bothering to hide his irritation. "What can I get you?" he asked, barely looking at them. The mother spoke softly. "We'd like to see a menu, please." Todd sighed dramatically and tossed a couple of menus onto the table. "Prices are on there," he said, walking away before they could say anything else. I felt my stomach tighten. I couldn't hear everything from where I stood, but I saw the parents exchange a nervous glance. The little boy tugged on his dad's sleeve and whispered something. A few minutes passed, and Todd still hadn't gone back to their table. The family looked like they were waiting for someone to say, "You shouldn't be here." Finally, the father got up and approached the counter. He asked Todd for a glass of water. "Just water." Todd rolled his eyes again but poured it. "Anything else?" he asked, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "No, thank you," the father replied politely, carrying the glass back to his table. By now I couldn't stay quiet anymore. I walked over to Todd. "What's your problem?" I whispered sharply. "They're not gonna order anything," he said. "Why waste my time?" "You don't know that," I snapped. Todd shrugged. "If you care so much, you take 'em." And so I did. I walked over to their table, forcing a warm smile. "Hi, I'm Anna. I'll be taking care of you today. Can I get you something to eat or drink?" The mother smiled back, grateful but cautious. We'll just share a soup, please, and some bread if that's okay." "Of course," I said, nodding. "Take your time. No rush." I brought them the soup and extra bread without charging for it. It wasn't much, but it felt like the right thing to do. The kids ate quietly, their eyes lighting up with every bite. The parents took small sips, clearly saving most of the food for their children. When they finished, the father pulled out a small pouch from his bag. He opened it carefully and tipped it over. What spilled out made Todd, and everyone else, freeze. Gold coins, not the fake kind you find in novelty shops. Real gold coins. The kind you see in museums. The mother looked at me with kind eyes. "Please, take what's fair for the meal. We don't carry cash." For a moment, I didn't know what to say. Todd practically ran over, his face pale. Wait, he stammered. "I can take care of this." But the father raised a hand. "No thank you," he said firmly. "She was the one who treated us with kindness." I swallowed hard and nodded. "The meal's already covered," I said softly, pushing the pouch back toward them. The mother's eyes filled with tears. "Bless you," she whispered. As they left, Todd stood there, his mouth open, but no words coming out. The whole diner seemed to feel the weight of what had just happened. That family may have looked poor, but they were richer than anyone in that room, rich in grace, gratitude, and dignity, and I'll never forget how their kindness exposed Todd's lack of it. Sometimes, life surprises you in the most unexpected ways. That day, it reminded me that worth isn't measured in dollars, or even gold. It's measured in how we treat each other. Thank you so much for watching this story. If it touched your heart or made you think, please let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share it with your friends to spread the message of kindness and empathy. And if you want to see more stories like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support means the world to us, and helps us keep creating meaningful content. Thank you for being part of our family.